Hello and welcome to the tutorial for the Minecraft plugin CraftGPT, which enables talking mobs using the ChatGPT API. This tutorial has three parts. First, getting an API key from OpenAI. Second, installing and configuring the plugin. Third, using the plugin in-game. Use the timestamps in the description to find the section you need. First off, you're going to need an OpenAI account, so go to openai.com and click on Sign Up. From there, you will need to enter an email address and a password. Next, you need to verify your email. After your email is verified, you will enter a name and a birthday. After you've filled that out, you need to add and verify a phone number. They'll send a confirmation code via text message, and you will enter it here. Now, you have an OpenAI account. Click on API to go to the right section of the website. So the ChatGPT API and large language AI models in general break down text into tokens. This is how the models generate language, and it's also how OpenAI charges you money for its service. You can think of a token as a piece of a word. It's super cheap, at about 5,000 words per penny. As of the time this video was recorded, OpenAI is offering a 3-month free trial that gives you $5 in free credits. $5 is approximately the same as 2.5 million words, or the equivalent of about 27 novels, so that's cool. You can confirm that you have a free trial by looking at the billing section of your account, and you can also see the $5 credit in the usage section, which expires in 3 months. If you don't have access to the free trial, you will be required to enter a credit card, which you can do in the Billing tab, and clicking on Set Up Paid Account. Next, you need to generate an API key, so go to the API Keys tab and click Create a New Key. You can give the key any name you want. I called mine CraftGPT. You can generate as many keys as you want, but be careful because each one will only appear one time for security reasons, so make sure to copy it to your clipboard to avoid having to make a new one. Now we have an API key. Let's go ahead and download the plugin and move the plugin from your Downloads folder into the Plugins folder of your server. Go ahead and start up your server, and you'll see that it fails because there is no API key specified in the config. Remember, an API key from OpenAI with access to free credits or a credit card on the account is required for the plugin to work. So go to the Plugins folder, go to the CraftGPT folder that was generated, open up the config, and go ahead and paste in the API key that you copied to your clipboard earlier. Now is also a great time to configure some other parts of the plugin. For example, you can configure the messages cutoff, which is available to save you money. It's how many of the previous messages will be sent to the API every time you chat in-game. The longer the message thread, the more tokens you spend, so this setting lets you limit the messages. You can also configure the chatting radius to set how many blocks away mobs and players are able to see your messages when you chat with an AI-enabled mob. You can also customize the individual random chances for in-game events to trigger a response from nearby AI-enabled mobs. The default is a 20% chance for all events. Now that you've added the API key and messed with the config, you can go back to the server console and use the command cg-reload. All of the CraftGPT commands start with the nickname prefix CG. The plugin will now reload with the new API key, and you can confirm that it's working when you see that it says connected to OpenAI. Now you can go in-game and use the command /CG wand to get the magic wand for selecting and creating mobs. I'm gonna go find a mob. Oh, here's a chicken. You select a mob by clicking on it with the wand and then use /CG create, and CraftGPT will enable the chicken with a random name and a backstory generated by AI. Then you have to click while sneaking to enable chat mode, and you're done. You can use CG info to view various info about the mob, including the system prompt that was used in the background. Now for something a little more advanced, like creating your own name and backstory. You set the name with /CG name, which I set to Barbara for this sheep, and then you set a backstory with /CG backstory. For Barbara, I set the backstory to be a crazy sheep who thinks that it is an astronaut. Then use /CG create again, and boom, it's an AI sheep. I sneak and click Barbara to enable chat, ask her what her job is, and she tells me that she thinks she is an astronaut exploring the vast cosmos of Minecraft. Now for even more advanced stuff, you can also use the separate Citizens plugin to create a more customizable NPC. After installing Citizens, you can use /npc create. Here's a mob called Blackbeard. He's cool, but the skin is not very fun. What I like to do is go to the website namemc.com and then search for the type of skin I want for Blackbeard. Of course, I want a pirate skin for this one, so I search for pirate. Here are pirate Minecraft skins, and I scroll through until I find one I think is interesting, like this guy here. You can then select any one of these usernames, as they should all be the same, and go ahead and copy one. Now, back in Minecraft, you can use /npc skin and then paste in the username, and now we have a pirate skin. Much better. You can also use /npc look to make the mob look at nearby players, and you can use /npc follow, and now Blackbeard will follow me around. To make your NPC chat with CraftGPT, you can set a custom backstory, like saying this mob is the famous pirate Blackbeard, and instructing it to talk in pirate speak. Then do /cg create, click while sneaking, and say whatever you want. You can disable a mob's AI by using /cg remove. For even more customization, you can use /cg raw prompt, which defines the exact prompt sent directly to the API, which allows you to create any sort of AI personality or bot that you want. I set this one to answer math questions, so remember to use /cg create, start chatting with sneak click, and ask a question like, what's this huge number times this other huge number? And sure enough, Blackbeard immediately responds with the answer. This time, when I talk with Blackbeard, he doesn't respond in pirate speak because I set the prompt to simply be about answering math questions. The final advanced feature in this tutorial is using the Sentinel plugin with Citizens and CraftGPT. First, add a trait using /trait Sentinel. Then you can give the NPC items using /npc equip, and I just put a diamond sword into the hand slot. Now you can use Sentinel to set the mob as guarding a player with /sentinel guard username. Now when I walk around, Blackbeard follows me more naturally. You can also make an NPC fight on your side by using /sentinel add target, which tells the NPC to attack specific targets, which I set here to all monsters. As soon as I spawn a skeleton, Blackbeard kills it for me with his diamond sword. Well, that's all for today. Thank you very much for watching this tutorial. I can't wait to see what you create with CraftGPT.